Many people know Maranatha Volunteers International as a Christian nonprofit that builds churches and schools around the world. But here's a little secret. What if I told you that Maranatha doesn't actually build churches? During a recent trip to the Dominican Republic, one congregation taught me that building a church is just so much more than construction. This is the Ebenezer II Seventh-day Adventist Church in the city of La Vega in the north-central region of the Dominican Republic. Doesn't look like much, right? That's because this is actually a storefront that the congregation is renting. But come take a look inside. You can see that this place is packed, and it's packed to overflowing every Sabbath. There are about 250 members, and if you don't come early, you have to sit outside at the little benches in front of the convenience shop next door. Good thing they don't seem to mind that they're taking over that real estate. This overcrowding and unusual worship space isn't why, though, that I'm talking about Ebenezer. What makes this congregation unusual is that it's a church of Haitian immigrants in the Dominican Republic. I'll explain why that's special, but to do that, I have to tell you a little bit about the Dominican Republic, or what I'm going to start calling the DR, because that's what we call it here. I've been to the DR multiple times. It's a vibrant, friendly island culture. There's great food, beautiful mountains, thick jungles, gorgeous white sand beaches, fascinating historical architecture and history, and overall really joyful people. But there's one thing I never really knew about the DR scene, and that's its relationship with Haiti. The DR is a country that takes up the eastern half of the island of Hispaniola. The other half is the Republic of Haiti. Given that they're neighbors on a pretty small mass of land, you might think that these two countries would get along fairly well. But there are tensions stretching back hundreds of years. There are economic disparities, cultural clashes, and issues related to immigration. And recently, due to political instability, economic strain, and growing violence in Haiti, there's been quite an influx of migrants to the DR. And let's just say that not everyone in the DR likes that. Like so many parts of the world, immigration is a hot-button issue here. And also, like many parts of the world, immigrants aren't always treated well. They don't speak the language, they're unfamiliar with the local culture, they're usually on the bottom rung socioeconomically, so this makes Haitians a target for a lot of prejudice and condescending treatment. When I was there, I saw something I'd never seen before. I saw these buses on the street that looked like they were for prisoners or animals, and I found out that they're specifically for hauling Haitians back to the border. Now that you know the context, let's get back to Ebenezer II. This is one of several churches in the DR that is for Haitians. This is a place where Haitians gather and sing in their own language, style, and ultimately build connections. For these 250 people and growing, this church is a haven. This group has carved out a place where they can feel safe and feel like they belong. And it's not without effort. This is Pastor Josue St. Fleur. Excuse my French. He's the pastor of Ebenezer II, plus 8 more Haitian churches for a total of 850 members. Ebenezer II is the largest of them all. Pastor Josue is sensitive to the plight of his members, and he's Haitian too, and he's seen how they've been treated by people. He's doing everything he can to integrate them into life in the DR. His church teaches a bunch of classes, like how to speak and read Spanish and English, since most of the Haitians speak Creole or French. They also offer driving lessons, music lessons so they can join the church praise band, and they even teach basic healthcare terminology so maybe they can find jobs at a hospital. Most important, Pastor Josue wants them to find belonging. When I interviewed him, he said, "Humankind has the need to belong, identify with each other. So what we do is we try to offer everyone this sense of belonging and community." I myself was born in the United States, but my parents are immigrants. I grew up with split identities and between two cultures, one at home and one at school. My family also faced prejudice and racism, me at school and in my neighborhood, especially when I was younger. So I get what the folks at Ebenezer too have been going through. Not to the same extent, but I empathize at a certain level. And I deeply understand how church can be a place of solace, community, and belonging because my church was that for me and my family. People can be so cruel. We're naturally afraid of what's different and foreign, but the good news is people can also be so generous, compassionate, and full of love. The members at Ebenezer too all come from just different statuses, and they've had different experiences in the DR. Some had no immigration issues, some fit right in and found jobs, but others had to struggle more. And no matter what or who, this church just jumped into the belief that when we share what we have, we can all get better as a community, a church, and as people. I was so moved by this. This little congregation without a permanent place of worship, still carrying on and doing all this outreach for each other. And I remember thinking, this is what it means to build a church. Maranatha has constructed so many roofs, walls, floors. It's amazing and entirely necessary work. But I remember meeting Pastor Josue and his church members and thinking, before we even get here to start laying that block, these congregations have already done the hard work, that foundational work, and I'm not talking about pouring concrete. The folks at Ebenezer too sought each other out. They welcomed each other. They developed a culture of faith and belonging by uplifting each other in whatever way they could. And in doing so, they built the church. They built it before we even got there. It's been over a year since I visited that little storefront church. I didn't even spend that much time there, but I haven't been able to stop thinking about them. I keep thinking or asking myself, what are the things that I can share to build a church, build a community? What do I have to offer to help each of us integrate and belong? This is what I love about travel. If done right, travel should open your eyes to more than landscapes, good food, and architectural wonders. It really should also be opening your mind to new perspectives on culture, people, faith, and even construction. For more videos like this one, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.